All right, so I'm going to work on some aim things. I love using this map, aim Botz V.2. So I'll go to map, hit popular. Usually it's on the first page. Otherwise, you can certainly search aimbots. And the whole point of it is tons of bots spawn. You can choose whatever gun you want. It's pretty sweet. And then in game mode, I have my own personal one, so I just call it aimbot setting. But for you, the easiest place to start is if you go to search and you type in Hefr, H-E-F-R, and then it'll come up Hefr aimbots, right? So it's called Hefr aimbots unlimited, and that's the one you're going to want to do. Again, I like to tweak a few things. I like practicing with grapples. Sometimes I'll do thrusters. Based on what equipment you have starting with, that's what the bots are also going to have. So if you want bots that use thruster, great, put thruster on, unlimited. They'll be thrusting back and forth. You can work your aim that way. If you want them to have thruster with cloak, you have to use the campaign thruster, and that'll not only spawn exactly as fast as it would in, say, a super husky, but also they're going to go into cloak. So if you really want to practice, okay, I saw them go in, now try to track them without being able to see them. All right, guys, quite a few things have changed with this map. So, awesome changes, but it is important, guys. Number one, 99 grenades, which is sweet, so you can keep practicing that. That's something I've been wanting a lot lately. Now, you can see they changed that. There used to be a straight balcony all the way around, and now there's different angles. There's also a really cool kind of slanted area here, so you can practice your slides off of them. And again, if you're, say, a super husky raider like me, oftentimes this is about as high as you're ever going to be shooting down at people. But if you need to, you can certainly climb up and get up there. You can use one of these tools over here. There's grapples right over there. Now, some things that have changed. Up here are the spawns for the bots. They automatically turn off the highest spawns. Now, I'm working on sniping, so I'll turn them back on. So we'll just quickly do that. Okay. So now, they did change how you get a weapon off the wall. You have to use your mark to pull a weapon off the wall, right? So let me just pull this bulldog off, right? And then I'll just take my sniper back. Now, we can pick as many bots as we want, and what's really cool is, over here, the D-scope is automatically set to off. It used to always be automatically on, so when I would pull in bots, and you can have up to 8 of them, maybe just 7, but when I would put them on, they'd immediately start shooting me. Now, there's obstacles we can put in, so we have the perfect height to do slides off of, and we have these pillars that we can go behind or both, and it's very helpful to have all of this. But something they just added is being able to switch to third person. Now, the reason this is important is if you're trying to work your footwork, you need to know when you're actually in your crouch, out of your crouch, jumping, things like that. So it's really cool. But what I typically do is I'll spend 2 minutes with just the bots out, with a bandit, and maybe some sniping. But I don't do a ton of footwork because I'm just practicing the 5-shot kill, honing in my eyeball. On Super Husky Raid, what's cool is the reticle on the bandit is very similar to the reticle on the bulldog. So I'm kind of practicing that a little bit. Of course, there's different ranges. You can still use your scope, things like that. But again, I'll spend 2 minutes doing this, and then after 2 minutes, I'll check back in.
Perfect. Double kill.
Okay, so after I spent 2 minutes doing that, I like to pull out the stalker rifle and practice some 3-shot kills, whether I'm just standing maybe. And as you're learning, it's really important that you don't do a ton of footwork, because if you do too much, you're going to miss too many shots. The whole point is to practice your 3-shot kill. See, they didn't fix that glitch yet, where they get this crazy height on their jumps. But again, I'll spend, 2 minutes doing this with no obstacles, not really doing much footwork, and then I'll see you guys back here in a second.
Yard sale. No scope. Perfect. Double kill.
So it gets real crazy. My buddy was just in here killing me quite a bit. But something he made me notice is you have all the grenades you want, which is cool. So you can have your dynamo grenades. You can practice any which way now. They've really, really changed and updated, which is really cool. But now what I'm going to do is I'll throw boxes out, and for 2 minutes, what I'm going to do is, for the most part, I'm going to practice sliding off these boxes and just trying to time that out right. I'm trying to hit as many perfects as I can. The reason I do this, because you're not going to use the boxes a ton. Some maps I'll use boxes, especially my least favorite, which is Corpo. Sometimes when you get stuck in your base, and let's say you're getting hammered or you got people with shields on the outside, sometimes what you have to do is use those barriers inside your base, stand on top of them, and try to slide through the door. But for the most part, what I'm doing is practicing my slide off the grapple with this. Right, so you get to about this high, you can slide, and then it's really important off of your slide on even a grapple is that you're really good with your aim, right? The last thing you want is you make this cool play and you get killed because you're not hitting your shots, right? So again, I'll spend about 2 minutes here.
Boil that armor away.
Double kill. Perfect. Triple kill. Overkill. Kill-tacular. Kill-trocity. Perfect. Kill-Jara.
Alright, so after I've spent some time doing that, I'm going to throw up the pillars, and then what I'm going to practice is jiggle peeking. Now, because of the new edition of this point of view, I really recommend you guys use this, so watch. Because it's really important you understand where your body is actually standing, right? Get out of here. So, let's say I'm standing here. They can see my shoulder, right? And they could still be shooting me from here, because they obviously can see me. Get out of here, man. So, what you want to practice is maybe sticking in this back corner here. Sticking in this back corner and using this corner as kind of your reset. This is your center, because as soon as you expose here, they're seeing you. As soon as you expose there, they're seeing you. So I might come over here and say go like this, and you know, I'm just working that jiggle peek. Right, so if I can shoot them, they can shoot me. So I'm trying to be real precise. Now, I'm still getting used to this point of view. I've been playing for, what, 12 minutes? And I've only been playing around with the jiggle peek a little bit. So I'm still not quite used to shooting in third person. But the reticle's in the same place, right? And you can really see when I'm really sliding to the side, right? I'm coming over, down, this way. I can crouch any which way. I'm really practicing back up, staying close to the wall. But, you know, like that. You get it perfect, you know, we shoot. Now, just keep in mind, your gun is on the right side. You can throw grenades on the left. So as I'm doing this, you know, I can... Oops, that was awkward. Let's try that. But I can, you know, jiggle peek here, this way. As long as I'm not running and sprinting, I won't slide like that, but I can really practice different angles, right? So I'll do it without the point of view just for fun. That grenade just hit the D-scope. Okay, so I'll play in here. As long as I'm not running and sprinting, I won't slide like that, but I can really practice different angles, right? So I'll do it without the point of view just for fun. That grenade just hit the D-scope. Okay, so I'll play in here. Here. So again, I'm still trying to hug this corner. But now I have less of a timing. And it's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more difficult to hit your shots when you're not seeing yourself. Right, but you know, you're practicing, you're trying to see if you can jiggle peek a few. Because even in Super Husky, It's really important to be able to quick turn a corner. You get kind of stuck in a corner. Maybe you're behind an obstacle for a few seconds, hoping not to get just nuked by grenades. And you're just learning to remember where your target is and try to hit your shots as if you can see through the wall. I mean, obviously you can't unless there's a sensor, which should be very beneficial. But again, so I can be here for 2-3 minutes trying to time out those jiggle peaks, and it's really working on reaction and trying to anticipate where you think your opponent's going to be, right? So I hope these tips are helping you. Again, spend 10 minutes a day. Maybe you spend 2 minutes with the bandit, 2 minutes with the stalker, 2 minutes with the boxes, with the pillars, and then sometimes what I'll do is put both, and then I get really, really feisty here. So I'm like really trying to maximize my kills by doing this, working angles, maybe a little jiggle peek, trying not to stay too exposed for too long. But, you know, we're trying to practice. We're trying to practice the hardest things possible, which used to be for me trying to slide out to the right. 10 minutes at a time, not only do you feel really warm and ready to go, you're going to be shooting so much more accurately in the first few games especially, because you're just primed to take those shots. You're going to be reacting really well to different angles. Maybe you spend 2 minutes practicing shooting down, whatever it is. So I hope this helps you guys. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to this channel. It really makes me motivated to keep teaching you guys these things, really exposing mechanics and glitches and things like that. This is Rival Titan, and I'll see you guys next time.